everybody? Welcome back to the CPS Reports, and we are back with another fight preview. Biggest fight card of the year, I think, UFC 300 live this Sunday, 14th of April at 4 a.m. South African time. And with me breaking this fight down is none other than Brother Jedi and Brother AD. How's it, guys, going? You good?
What's up, bro?
Hello.
Lekker to
Thanks for
everybody.
having me again. Very excited for the card ahead.
Yes, dude. I think
Yeah, no, likewise. Also very excited. Just sad that it starts so early and there's so many good fights.
yeah, it's just way too
Who's
many.
gonna be up at midnight, bro?
Yeah, we should have, I don't know, we should have had a different plan for it, but we'll cover as much as we can. But let's break it down from the main card, because that's obviously the bangers, and that's the ones we're going to be capturing. Alex Pereira taking on Jamahal Hill. Jamahal never really lost the title. Pereira coming into the UFC just smoking guys, just taking on champions and pretty much beating them all. Big stylistic matchup. Obviously, kickboxing is heavy in favor of Alex Pereira, but Jamahal is also a very, very good boxer, as we know. Also, of late showing very good kickboxing in his game as well. But I want to take it to you, Jedi, just to get your perspective on this one. Odds look fairly even, sort of. What do you think? Who's your
Yes,
favorite? Who's your favorite going into this bout? And who do you think
bro.
presents the best tools?
I
Yeah.
think Alex Pereira is gonna stop him, bro. Like third round, maybe even sooner. He's gonna do
Oh.
it for Brazil because I think Jamal won the title against Glover, right?
Yes.
He beat
Yeah.
Glover.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, there's revenge here.
Dominated him.
There's revenge here, bro.
You
I
said
think
that.
Alex Pereira is gonna do it for the team, do it for Brazil. And I think he wants to make a statement, obviously, because the Jrir fight, he won that fight, obviously, but it was stopped a bit weirdly. I don't know if some people think Jrir was actually knocked out. So
But
I feel like Alex is gonna prove to everybody that he's the 185 king.
are you saying that there's
I
a
mean, no, 185. What's this again? 205.
205, 205?
Yeah.
You get it right.
So I think
Are you saying that people are referring to the knockout of Alex on Prochazka, the finish? They're saying that wasn't really a finish. Okay.
it was a bit I think some people feel like it was a bit premature. But I will say
Interesting.
Yeah, I can see why some people would say it was premature, but
classic. Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
watched it
does.
like a few minutes ago, and I
Oh.
thought like, I mean, Prochazka
Yes,
even
of
looked
course.
like he was
Yeah.
quite satisfied with the decision, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So, but
Exactly.
yeah, I could see why someone would say it was
Happy.
finished
Cool,
prematurely.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can understand that as well. I can understand why they would give it a same premature stoppage, but I mean, if we reflect on that fight, it didn't look like it was going to get any further than that in terms of Prochazka. It looked like that was going to be the end of it. If they went another round, probably would have gotten stopped even worse.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I see what you're saying.
yeah, because he was
Like
basically
you mean you would have just been on the back foot the rest of the fight.
yeah, his leg was completely compromised. His standing leg, and you could see he was just like, this is it for me. That's probably why Yuri was acceptant of the finish. He was like, well, if I actually would have gone a fourth round, I probably would not have made it out that fourth round anyway. But what do you think? I'm gonna take this to you, Eddie. What do you think Jamahal Hill presents for Alex? If there's something that you could maybe paint in his favor, what could be the tool that he could present going into this one that could maybe get him the win?
To be honest with you, I can't really think of anything, eh? Like, I mean, he's a good kickboxer, obviously, but like, I think if you look at the caliber of opponents that they faced, if you compare Alex Pereira and Jamahal Hill, it's like night and day, bro. So I think, like Jedi said, Potan gets the knockout.
Round three?
I don't know which round. I actually wanted to ask, has Jamahal Hill ever been finished?
Yeah, he got submitted by Paul Craig.
But he's never been knocked out.
No.
Who the hell is Paul Craig, bro? I mean,
Paul Craig put him in an arm triangle and also like completely broke his arm. It's still like you can go watch the replays. His arm was just like yeah, it was nasty. That was the last time I actually saw him lose, and I think I'm not too sure.
But he's never been knocked out, you say?
No.
Yeah, so that will be quite interesting. Yeah, look, it's like like I said, Potan, bro, like his last few opponents that he's faced have all been
All
champions.
been champions, yeah.
It's like Strickland, Izzy, like, and again, Jamahal just hasn't been sufficiently tested for me. Beating Glover, Glover was 40 years old, bro. As much as I love Glover, like you know. So yeah, like Jedi said, I completely agree. Potan gets the knockout. Not sure when,
Dude,
but yeah.
The only person he beat was Thiago Santos. That's really fought for a belt. That's, you know what I mean? A top 205 dude.
Yeah, Johnny Walker, he smoked. Jimmy Crute, he smoked.
Yeah, but Johnny Walker's not good, bro.
I know. I'm just
With
looking
Johnny
at
Walker.
Just looking at the
His name's not even Johnny Walker. His name is something else.
So both of you are in the favor of Alex Poatan defending the title going into this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay,
unless
cool.
he gets slapped with the overhand.
Look, the bookmakers seem to think that it's like Ross said in the beginning, it's pretty even, bro. Like Potan's the slight favorite, but it's not by a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
close.
for me, as you guys say, like, I just don't see a bra that hasn't fought in the past year to come back and beat a guy that's
Fought 4 times in
you know what I
2 years.
mean? That's as
He's been
lethal
very
as
active,
Alex,
yeah.
bro.
He's been very active in the last year or so, yeah. And it's been big fights, bro.
Title
It's all
fights,
been
yeah.
big,
Exactly. It's only
even
been
like
title
from
fights,
Strickland.
bro.
I mean, even starting when he beat Strickland, bro.
Yeah, even that one.
But Strickland obviously went on to be a champion, but like
Yeah.
starting from beating that, bro, it's just been like high caliber fights, bro. And
Yeah.
I just, I'm repeating myself here, but again, but I just don't think Jamal's been sufficiently battle tested.
Well, yeah, it's very difficult to disagree with those points. If there's any like Jamal, your fight fans, I think they would argue that he doesn't have, he has a very big like dog in him, and he hasn't, like we said now, he hasn't been stopped before. And he does have good tools to win fights, but like you guys say, like the pedigree in Alex's case, it's quite heavily in his favor. But let's see what happens coming in that one. I don't really have a pick there. I would go to Alex because of the background. He's the more skilled fighter, but anything can happen, eh? Anything can happen on that
Yeah,
day.
anything can happen. But I think, bro, if he doesn't get stopped, he gets beat up for 5 rounds.
So
no chance for him.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see. I'm very interested to see how Jamal defends the low kick, how his ability to defend against the low kick, and also Alex's setup for his left hook. What is Jamal going to do to counter that? Because that's usually the finishing blow that he uses. Low kicks to set up his finishing blow, which is his left hook. Alex's left. So what does Jamal do?
Big power also, bro.
Yeah, of course. What does Jamal do to evade that and also sort of counter that game plan is what I'm interested to see in this fight. But anyway, let's move it down the list. It's another title fight between Zhang Weili and Yan Xiaonan, all China showdown for the women's strawweight title. Let me take it to Jed for this one. We know Zhang Weili. Jed wasn't necessarily in her camp over the years, but I'm sure you kind of changed your perspective now that she's the champion. What do you think about this fight? Is it a good bout? Because Yan Xiaonan's also been on a heavy tape. She's quite big and long for this division, actually. What do you
big.
What do you make of this one? You think this is where Zhang Weili loses the title?
Nah, I think she gets outskilled, bro. I think Weili is just too much of a champion. You got to have more than size and some attributes. You actually have to have a proper game plan when you fight in somebody like us, as we saw against Johanna, against Rose, against what's that wrestler, the chickie that beat Rose.
That beat Rose.
The cookie lady.
Oh, Carla Esparza.
You have to, Carla Esparza. You have to have more than strength. You know what I mean? You actually gotta set up things and adapt in the fight to beat this chick, bro. She's very, 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 very good. So I think Weili just outfights her, bro. Skill wise, it's gonna beat her.
Interesting.
And she's strong also, bro. I just think the other chickie, Yan, she's just very aggressive and stuff, and I feel like that's gonna not favor in this fight, bro. When you fight Weili, you can see when Rose beat her. Did Rose beat her once or twice?
I think twice.
Once.
Once.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He knocked
both
her out
times
in a
Rose
Wasn't it
beat
just
her.
a head kick?
Nine.
Was there a 5-round?
It was a 5-rounder also in Rose's favor,
Yeah, Rose actually beat her twice. And you can see in both fights, Rose was more patient. She was allowing Weili to push the pace. You know what I mean? And I feel like Weili does better when she's not pushing the pace, as you saw against Johanna. She fought Johanna twice and beat her both times. Bad. So I think for Yan, she's got to really time Weili and let her lead and find holes. You know what I mean? Because if you're rushing on her, that's not the way, bro.
Not gonna work. Yeah, I think
that's the way.
Weili fought Amanda Lemos the last time, and I think that beating Amanda was like okay, because I thought Amanda Lemos was gonna be the one that's gonna, you know,
Nah, I actually don't like that chicken.
But yeah, she obviously beat it all. AD, but I want to take it to you next. Obviously, I want to ask you based on the previous your assessment of the previous fight, the Jamahal fight. Do you think the same thing can be said about this fight, that maybe Xiaonan is not 100% as battle tested as maybe Weili is, and that could play a big factor into this fight?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm looking at a record, bro. She's fought some quite established opponents. I mean, just to kind of build on what Jedi was saying, to let Weili lead the dance. I saw earlier that a knockout of Jessica and Josh came when she was kind of backing up.
Yes.
Right. So so just to kind of build on that, like, yeah, she should kind of try and let Weili lead the dance. But just getting back to the people that she's faced, Marina Rodriguez was a loss. Carla Esparza, Mackenzie Dern, Angela Hill. So look, some quite recognizable names. So I think it might be a little bit unfair to say she hasn't been battle tested. But again, yeah, just to agree with Jedi, I just think Weili's gonna be too much for her. And yeah, the bookmakers tend to agree as well. She's the overwhelming favorite for this one.
Yeah, bro.
What are the odds? I don't get the odds here. It's not showing now. Anyway.
So Weili's 1.2 and Xiaonan is 4.75.
Yes,
so
crazy.
Quite an overwhelming favorite, yeah.
Well, let's see if that seems to be true come this weekend. But let's take it down to probably my pick for fight of the night. Is the BMF title on the line? Justin Gaethje taking on Max Blessed Holloway. Guys, Jedi, let me take it to you. You obviously this guy doesn't really need much introduction. We know that they are the top of the food chain. These are the dogs of the UFC. What's your take on this one? I'd like to get your analysis. Who do you think's gonna win?
Bro, no prediction from my side. So the only person who wins here is the fans. Okay, only the fans win here. I have no prediction, bro. This is, as you say, gonna be the fight of the night. It's not gonna be a boring fight, that we know. Nobody's gonna shoot on each other.
Yeah.
Nobody's shooting here, bro.
That's a guarantee.
It's gonna be basically a kickboxing street fight.
You think it's gonna be a kickboxing street fight? These guys are very high level.
It's gonna be a kickboxing street fight with some clinching, but that's about it, bro. Nobody's going to the floor unless they get rocked.
Yeah.
But no prediction. I don't think I can pick you.
AD, do you have you don't have to give a prediction, but do you if you do have someone in mind that's gonna win, how do you think they're gonna win it?
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, Max Holloway might be my favorite fighter. So it's very difficult for me to bet against him. So I might be going into this a little bit biased. But to be honest with you, what I can see is that I think back to the Poirier fight when Holloway fought Poirier. And they got into some really heated exchanges, of course. And the difference in those situations was the power that Poirier was throwing with, right? Yeah. So Max obviously touches you up, but he's not really known for his power. Having said that, he had a ferocious knockout of the Korean Zombie recently. But yeah, I think as far as an angle for victory goes, if that's what you're asking, I would say that Gaethje's power might be a big factor in this fight, because there's
I
going to be
don't think
some really intense firefights, I think. And yeah,
I don't think Gaethje is so much stronger than Holloway. He's definitely a more natural lightweight, as we know. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So he is slightly bigger. But I definitely agree with you. Max is not like a guy who loads up and tries to knock you out with one shot. He's much cleverer than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight. It's gonna be a proper dog fight, which I don't think anybody can like say this guy's gonna win or that guy's gonna win in this kind of fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even think it's gonna end early. It's gonna take a lot to put one of them away. Like for either one to put the other one away.
I wonder how many rounds this is. It's a 5-round fight, right? This is obviously the title.
9, never.
I saw a stat that Max has never been knocked down even there.
Yeah. It's gonna be the Justin Gaethje power up against Max's volume, and let's see which one prevails in this one. I think it's a 5-round fight because it's a title fight.
I think okay, probably it might be just because of the BMF. I think the main thing that might favor Justin is leg kicks.
Yes. Yes.
He's got a sneaky way of like sneaking in a leg kick when they're nice and tight.
And Max doesn't really check any leg kicks.
Or where they clinching and things like that. Yeah, and that's something I saw about Max when he fought Volkanovski.
Yeah, I mean, if you can nullify Max's legs, then that's a massive victory for him, really. But like that's basically after that for one, you know.
Yes, that's very true.
Max is also just such a warrior, brother.
Yeah, he'll just stand in the center and swing, bro. It doesn't need to move.
There's something that he mentioned in an interview with DC that when he fought Dustin Poirier, this is Max Holloway now, he took that fight on a 6-week notice. Where this one he's obviously taken a much longer note camp, and he obviously with a dietitian and yeah, he said he's focused a lot more on weight gaining, not as the way he did in that fight versus this one. This one he obviously gained more muscle mass versus he keeps teasing himself.
He just came to fight.
He just came, you could argue he just came to fight. And like Eddie just mentioned, that having not been knocked down, and he took a lot of power shots from Dustin then, and he hasn't been dropped.
Bro, that's the thing about Poirier, bro. Don't sleep on that dude, bruh. That man is so fucking dangerous. And bruh, he's still in the running to be a champ.
Who does?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man is lethal as fuck, bro. Man will fuck you up, bruh. He's a gangster.
That's true, yeah. But anyway, so you also can't give a pick in this one before we move down with this.
It's very difficult to say here. I think what I saw was that Gaethje was a slight favorite.
Yes.
Let me just double check that. But yeah,
it's 170 and
it's very difficult to say. It's actually Gaethje's not a slight favorite, actually more than a slight favorite. So
that's mad.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. So yeah, I think again, like you mentioned, the power of the leg kicks. But then the other side of it is, how does Max win the fight? Is it just staying at range, piecing Gaethje up, or is there another way?
He's gonna exactly. Bro, I think for Max, he's like just controlling the distance, but also making that man go back, bro. Because Gaethje don't fight so liquor going back.
Yeah, he doesn't actually.
As I saw many times in his fights against Eddie, what's that dude? Eddie Alvarez. Yeah, that was that was like the first time where I saw this dude get battle tested. And you could see in that fight, he struggled going back, bro.
The Eddie Alvarez,
and against Poirier.
Poirier, even against Khabib. And when he fought Rafael Fiziev in the first round and a half, round one and the second round, he was going backwards in that fight.
He struggles going back because he can't kick. He just now has to rely on the boxing.
I think Max is slightly better boxer for me. But yeah, I also can't necessarily give a pick. It's way too difficult to choose there. But like 80, my biasness is leaning towards Max.
Okay.
But anyway, let's take it down. Just big fights after big fights here. Charles Dubroko taking on Arman Tsarukyan. AD's favorite. I'm gonna take it to you, AD, to start this one because you're obviously a Dubronco fan. I'd like to get your
Yeah.
perspective on this one. How do you think this plays out for Charles Oliveira? Does he give himself another chance to get the title, or is this the up and coming prospect guy?
Yeah.
Take him out?
Look, I mean, I know you guys said that Gaethje Holloway was going to be fight of the night, but
Yes.
I don't think this is going to be far behind if that's the case, bro.
Mm.
This is good. I'm so excited for this fight, bro, because both these oaks are just absolute dogs. Neither of them are afraid of a firefight. So yeah, it's very exciting, especially considering the tear that Tsarukyan's on.
Yes.
But as you know, bro, Charles the Bronco, very difficult for me to bet against
Charlie.
him, bro. And I think he has a big advantage in the jiu-jitsu, as always. So yeah, I look for him to make the most of that and get the submission in the third round, I would say.
Sheesh. In the third round, the last round.
Yeah.
Do you agree to that, or do you think Arman actually will pose a bit more of a threat in terms of like maybe his boxing and his wrestling?
Nah, I
or is
think
that
he's gonna
Charles'
get
walking?
tapped out first round, bro.
Whoa, what? You think that quickly?
Look,
I think he's gonna get tapped out first round.
To be fair though, I don't think it's gonna be they're not gonna steamroll Tsarukyan, bro. This man's highly intense, bro. So it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Is it a 6 fight or what's that?
What?
It could be
no, that's 8 fight win streak, bro.
First round tap out, bro. What's this?
Okay.
Charlie do Bronco.
I think Charles win it as well.
First round.
What you say?
Bookies actually think otherwise, eh? Tsarukyan's actually the favorite.
Maybe because he's been more active.
Tsarukyan's the favorite.
Kid obviously
what do they
agree.
know?
Exactly. What are these guys smoking, bro?
What do they know with their algorithms, bro?
He doesn't agree.
What do they know, bro?
I think Charles probably takes it.
Yeah, I don't agree either.
Yeah.
So we got a first, second, and a third round all for Charles.
Yes. Get his first out there second. You say third round. But anyway, let's see what plays out that way. I think you got a good point. That there's a potential to be fight of the night for sure. And then UFC's poster boy, the new poster boy, Bo Nickel.
This guy's so boring, bro.
Take
it on Cody.
Just getting another can, basically, bro. Another can to crush.
So this is I don't think we have to then spend a lot of time on it if that's what you guys think.
They should be ashamed of themselves, bro.
They don't like Bo Nickel. Eddie's like they just giving Bo Nickel a bunch of nobodies to bowl him up.
Tomato cans, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. They could have actually just made like Cody, Garbrandt, or this. What's his other dudes? Jrir or Calvin Kattar and Aljamain Sterling could have fought the opening of the main card instead of Bo Nickel, bro. That is the most boring guy.
Yeah,
he's so boring, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Not amped.
I'm not a big fan either, but let's see. Maybe
this is like one of those fights where you want to go and get your beer and your snacks and whatever. Go and do that now, guys. So that you can get back in time for Charlie.
We're supposed to be advertising this one, hyping him up, but we're like, nah. But then
you can skip this one, guys.
Yeah, in that case, let's just give ourselves some predictions going down the list then. In the prelims before the main card, starting with Jrir Prochazka taking on Alexander Rakic. Do you guys have a prediction for this one, Chid?
Probably Jrir, bro. The samurai.
Gets a finish round 3.
I don't know, but you'll probably win, bro.
I think
It's too elusive for Rakic. Rakic is like one of those oaks that stands flat-footed and he follows you around.
Yeah,
he's the favorite, eh?
I see he's the favorite. Yeah,
he's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
What do you say?
These bookies are trying to cash in money here, bro. I'm telling you. They're trying to, like, you know what I mean? Put together fights so that they can put money on the oaks.
Yeah.
They maul, bro. There's no ways.
It's all rigged, bro.
It's all rigged, bro.
What do you say?
I agree with Jedi. It's difficult to bet against Jiri. the modern day samurai. I just think he's all around. He's just an all around good fighter. He's good everywhere. And he's been sufficiently battle tested, thoroughly battle tested, in fact. And I just think it's going to be too much for Rakic. So yeah, like I said, I thought it was interesting that Rakic is the odds-on favorite to win the fight. So maybe some money to be made there.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. I don't know how they can say he's the favorite for this.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you guys. I'm also gonna go with Prochazka just for that exact reason that Eddie just said. It's just a more well-rounded fighter, and I think the more rounded fighter always gets.
Bro, and his last fight was for the title.
His last week,
fight in the prelims. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Against number 5.
I don't know what UFC is doing there, but
I think it's just a ploy for ratings, bro. So they put fights in like this, and then you watch the whole pay-per-view.
Yes, and to give Nicola liquor.
Look how we're stressing about catching all these fights already. See, it's working, man.
We don't care, bro.
But let's get a quick prediction for the sake of time of our episode. Like Calvin too deeply. Calvin, Kattar, Aljo, Sterling. AD. Do you have a shot?
Yeah, look, gotta go with Aljo. It hasn't been that long since he's lost the title. You know what I mean? People forget he's like might be the greatest bantamweight ever, arguably.
So
featherweight, sorry, greatest featherweight.
No,
featherweight.
No, he's bantamweight.
No, he's fighting in featherweight. This fight.
Oh, he's fighting in featherweight.
Yeah, this is his debut fight in featherweight.
Oh no, yeah, but I mean, just in terms of the fighter that he is, I think he's top tier, bro, and yeah, it'll be too much for Calvin Gaethje, in my opinion.
Jeder, what do you think?
I think Calvin's gonna beat him.
Calvin's gonna box him.
Yeah, he has to wrestle Calvin to win this fight, and Calvin's got ridiculous takedown defense also. So I think Calvin's just gonna keep him in a boxing fight.
Yeah, I think let's say 10 and Calvin Kattar wins. Yeah, if he gets taken down, that's a very good chance for Aljo. But it's a Long Island crime, so let's see what happens there. And then just moving down the list, the fight I'm sure that we probably are going to catch is the Deiveson Figueiredo and Cody Garbrandt. This can be our closing
fun fight.
Jedi obviously seems excited about this one. Do you have a winner and how? Jed?
I think it's a very fun fight for both guys to start making a run at the bantamweight. I'd really like Deiveson Figueiredo. I really do. I'm just concerned about the size of the other bantamweights. You know what I mean? Because he's not like, I mean, he's a super big flyweight, but he's like an average bantamweight. I can't remember who he fought against the last fight. I could see like size-wise, this guy needs to get a bit to use all of his tools. You know what I mean? Because in the flyweight, he used a lot of wrestling and his power in that, and I don't think he has the same thing. Similar to what Henry Cejudo is kind of struggling with these top bantamweight dudes, is the size. Skill-wise, obviously, Henry's better than almost all of them, but it's just the size thing. So I feel like if Deiveson comes in slightly bigger, he can definitely do something. But it's going to be a very interesting fight because Cody's like an all-rounder. You know what I mean? He's very good everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun fight. I can't pick between them. I would like Deiveson to win because he's a fresher fighter for the division.
Yeah.
Cody kind of had his chance, you know what I mean? He already held the belt and all of the stuff. So I would love to see Deiveson get past this one, but I really can't pick.
Deiveson beat Rob Font.
That was it. Yeah, that was a fucking tough fight, bro.
Yeah, he beat Rob Font.
Tough fight.
Hey, did you agree with Jed's points there? Or are you going the Cody camp?
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. It's very difficult to say. But something's telling me that there's going to be a ferocious knockout for Cody at some point in this fight.
Cody, no love.
I don't know, man. I just love his fighting style, bro. Like his hand speed and like to have so much power and so much hand speed, bro. It's just like
speed, bro. Yes.
Yeah, it's very exciting to watch. So I guess there's a part of me that's hoping that he can also make a run for the title and we can see him fight more. Just because he's such an exciting fighter. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go with Cody knockout in the first round.
Yeah, yo, Eddie, I was honestly not, I'm most of it in terms of like I'm wanting Deiveson to win it to be the official fighter. But I like to see him compete with the other bantamweights that's in the top of that weight division, of course. But my gut is just telling me that Cody's boxing speed is probably is gonna be the thing that's gonna pay dividends going into this fight.
It's
And
gonna
I
be
just got
difficult
that
to
feeling
deal with, bro.
because
Especially because Davidson's shorter and slightly smaller than him.
yes, and Deiveson couldn't handle the boxing speed of
With
Moreno.
Rob Font. Yeah.
And
with
with
Moreno.
Yeah,
Moreno's boxing
What
that's
was
speed
a
is
good
Rob
really
point.
Font,
Yeah.
bro? It was such a fucking dangerous fight.
yeah, yeah.
Font's good also.
Font's also very good. So that might be the thing that Deiveson needs to look out for. But let's see what happens. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for doing that breakdown with me. You guys, thank you for watching as well. Don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Catch us on our recap for the UFC, obviously taking place this weekend, 14th of April, 4 a.m. and we will be there, of course. Jedi 80, be safe and enjoy the night.
Job
Cool, man.
Like guys.
Rastafari.
Take it easy, guys. I must go home now. Bye.
Okay,
Bye. Safe.
okay, safe.